Hello, friends. It's Sarah. Welcome to episode 6 of our luxury hotel and resort Dinkum build. This is it. This is the finale. You made it. Thanks so much, you guys, for all of those of you who've been following along with this massive build. We really appreciate it. And if you made it this far, congratulations. I have definitely decided that in the future, no build should be 6 parts long. You live and learn as you do things, right? Although I don't know that I'd have been able to fit this all in one. It might have been a 2 or 3-parter. But anyway, practice makes progress. So we'll just keep getting better and better. I think we left off the last time talking about the deep sea diving expedition and the coral reef snorkeling adventure section of this resort. Anytime you go to any resort in Mexico or the Caribbean of any kind, there's usually all kinds of activities and excursions you can go on. And of course, some of the most popular ones are diving and snorkeling. And we decided to go up onto the northern side of the island where coral naturally grows in the water. I did not realize it only grew on the north side. So I was like, well, we'll do like a little section over there and they can travel to it, kind of like you would at any resort in Mexico. If you wanted to go do something like see the Mayan ruins, you got to go some distance from the hotel. So that's what we're doing here is we're kind of filling this in, making it look more like a reef or a cove that, you would actually go snorkeling in real life. Now that we have the placeable seaweed and grass reeds, I could have dug this out so much deeper and filled it in the way that I had wanted. But because I didn't have those things at the time, I kind of had some limitations. So I wanted to utilize the teletowers and for fast traveling purposes. I mean, if you want to take a jet ski all the way around, absolutely go right ahead. But if you want to fast travel, well, you can come right into town, take the teletower behind Town Hall, and jet on up to the north teletower. I'll say that's 10 times fast. And go on over across the bridge and walk on down and do some snorkeling or hang gliding, paragliding, or what else would be fun? Ziplining. That would be awesome. Ooh, ziplining. Man, that would be a really cool thing to have in the game. Probably not possible, but I'll use my imagination. So yeah, we were building this little area over here as kind of an addition to the whole resort life scenario that we were kind of playing out here. So I'll let you guys take a look and watch as we prepare this section for tourists. Putting in this staircase was infinitely more difficult than it should have been. I'm not sure why my brain does not compute these kinds of things so easily. It's comical, actually. Sunny and I were joking about how think it takes two people to try to put in a staircase. I mean, I'm not a builder in real life, so perhaps in real life it's also equally difficult. I have no idea, but I felt like this was just the brain power it took to make this look like an actual staircase down into the jungle. It was just, well, you get to see the struggle in real time here. And that's what I'm here for, to entertain.
Make me feel fine. Tiny bubbles make me warm all over. With a feeling that I'm gonna love you till the end of time. I give to you today, and here's a kiss that will not fade away. Tiny bubbles in the water make me happy, make me feel fine. Tiny bubbles make me warm all over, with a feeling that I'm gonna love you till the end of time. With a feeling that I'm gonna love you till the end of time.
So the rest of this is just some tweaks and edits and polishing up different areas, making them look a little more refined, going back and just going, hey, is this how we want this final product to look, and editing as we need to. This is the little hot tub area, and adding in that extra campfire back there prospectively made it look, like there was steam coming off of the water, which, would be the case in a hot tub situation. This might be a case of, too much of a good thing, adding in all this extra stuff. I think we ended up taking it out later on. Here we're just adding to this marble pathway, kind of rounding it out, making it look a little more walkable, less chaotic. And here we're working on the little sandbar and turning it into like a little pit stop island for anybody going out to do the deep sea dive. You can do all your prep work here, have picnics, rent more gear, that kind of thing. So turning this little island right off the coast of the hotel into something visually appealing from a distance, and also kind of served a purpose in the story we were trying to tell. for anyone wondering who doesn't really play Dinkum very much, why I was turning all the sand into dirt, you can't plant grass in the sand. So if you want grass of any kind or greenery, you have to turn it into dirt. And as you see here, I'm planting grass. I wanted there to be some color, and not just, from the trees, but from the grass as well as and plant life. So dirt is really the best way to achieve that. I decided to throw in the ramps to make it look more like a gentle slope. I'm not sure I quite achieved that look, but I left it because I liked that it hid the red dirt edges. And we went in and filled in some of these blank spots that to hide the ramping with trees and flowers and bushes, so it's not quite so noticeable. And that it looks more like a slightly raised area on this island versus a step up. Now that we have placeable seaweed, I think I will come back out at some point and completely redo this area and dig it down deeper so that it is more conducive for underwater filming. It was not quite deep enough to keep the camera angle under the water as we did this, and so now that we can replace the seaweed, I'll do that. I'm not sure what this shark wanted to do. He wanted to come say hi. He got himself beached on the sand here, and then we decided to battle it out. Very dramatic. Man, can you imagine if sharks could come on land? New fear unlocked, right? Easily won. Yahoo! Here I'm just trying to fill in this underwater area, make it look more like a ruin. This was probably one of the most frustrating parts about this build, was getting this to look the way we wanted and not being able to do so. So again, I think I'll come back and dig this out and make it really deep, or as deep as the game will let me, and then put the underwater ruins stuff back in, so that way whenever I film it and I go underwater with the camera, you can actually see it and not have that weird back and forth thing that happens whenever you go under the water here in Dinkum. And here we go. Shark attack number 2. They were really relentless this day. I gotta go in for the slow-mo effect. Look at that, just right through me. I should be dead by all accounts, honestly. Nobody survives something like that, right? He just took a bite out of my midsection. We're gonna need a bigger boat. I'm not even in a boat, but you know, Jaws, come on. I slowed it down, but I did not think I slowed it down this much. There might have been a technical issue here. And he's like, all right, I give up. See you later, dude. Oh, nope. Can't let you live. Also the jellies, man, I tell you what. You're just living your life, putting things down in the ocean floor, and the jellies come up and bite you in the booty. little look at what it looks like underneath the water. The lighting is amazing through the camera. If I tried to do that with the gameplay camera, it doesn't look as nice. Of course, it is also super dark at this point in the game. So it's late in the day. It's winter time. The sun sets at like 4 o'clock. So yeah, it makes it almost impossible to see. So see, if I dig down a little deeper, it'll make it easy to keep the camera angle under the water. Right now, I think it's only like 3 or 4 squares below the surface, and that's just not enough space. But again, you work on something, you get started, and as you're doing it, you're like, this is not how I envisioned. So mistakes happen. It's not perfect. This is real life. So again, this isn't necessarily part of the actual hotel, but it is part of the resort experience, and that is why I included all these little addendums to the diving and the snorkeling, because all resorts have these little excursions you can go on, and why not include that as part of an entire resort, right? You're telling a story with these things sometimes, so that's what we did. Haha, wasn't I clever? The sandbar. Just adding another little pier to do your dive. You can dive off this little pier area and go follow the flags. Not that you'd be under the water, so you wouldn't see those, but for those on top of the water, they would know where the markers were. Got to take some selfies in front of the hotel. I mean, after all this hard work. Also, the sunset with the pink sky, absolutely beautiful. Perfection. I love the light in this game. I can't say that enough. I really can't. Now I think it's time to survey the handiwork and take a look at what 2 weeks of playing Dinkum about 2 hours a day resulted in. I think it's probably the most proud of any build I have done. I had a lot of fun. I got to know Sunny so well. We'd only played together a handful of times before we started this, and I think I've made a fantastic friend. And that's one of the things about this game I just absolutely love. I keep saying it. I can't say it enough. I don't think James even realizes what he's created here, because it isn't just a game. It's like a way for people to come together. I play in a live stream. Amanda Rain, you can go follow her on YouTube. She live streams pretty much every day, all different types of games, and I play with her and a few other people in live stream for Dinkum, and it's just a lot of fun chatting and being silly and just taking a break from real life, you know? She gave me a gift. Look at that. But yeah, I've met so many amazing people through this process in this last year playing Dinkum. And I don't know that there's ever been a game I've played in my 40-something years that has quite created a community like this. You know, Animal Crossing came out at the height of, you know, right at the beginning of the pandemic, and so everybody was at home, and we were all playing Animal Crossing. But it's not quite a multiplayer game like this game is. And so it just wasn't the same. And with this game, you can actually go to other people's islands and build things with them. And the collaboration that you can do is a lot of fun, and it brings a whole different level to this game that was missing for me in Animal Crossing. Don't get me wrong, it's still one of my favorite games ever. But this one, there's something special about it. It's got so many different elements for me. And again, I love what we did here. I love doing this process with somebody else. I didn't know if I would, honestly. I typically I was never really fond of group projects in school. You know, I'd rather just let me do it. Well, I know I can do it right. But this, I don't know, she and I have very similar aesthetics, and it worked very, very well. And I had a great time doing this with her. And I was so glad that she was willing to come and help me work on this project, because it took a lot of time. And, you know, she's retired, so she's got it. But, you know, even if not, I think it's just people's time is very valuable. And she took the time out to come and help me with this. And I am very grateful to her, and I've enjoyed getting to know her in the process. Look at this beautiful waterfall she built. Absolutely stunning. I walk through every part of this just about every time I log on to the game and just look around and go, oh, I want to be here in real life. Sipping a margarita and just enjoying the sun and chilling on the beach. Take a quick jet ski over. And I think this project will also kind of hold a special place in my heart, just because it kind of kicked off the YouTube channel. Despite how terribly edited these videos are and how bad I am at this whole process, it's been really exciting and really fun. And it's one of the first things I've done in a while that's just really, truly invigorated me in so many ways. And I've learned a lot of new things. At times it's been frustrating. I'm not going to lie. Figuring out how to use OBS and connecting all the things and getting everything working seamlessly together was a hair-pulling adventure. I am not technologically inclined at all, and so I watched many a YouTube tutorial on how to set all this stuff up. I'm still not great at hooking up a capture card. I would love to do some console gaming and show you guys some games on console, but getting my capture card and OBS to work together is proving a little more challenging, so I will be watching some more YouTube tutorials to get that figured out. But yeah, this is the underwater ruin. It's very pretty in the camera, the tripod camera. Not so great from this angle. Yeah, I've really appreciated all the support that I've gotten from everybody. The channel really exploded. I expected to have 5 subscribers forever only, and it really kind of blew up, at least, for me anyway, from my expectations, because they were pretty low. And, just this community in and of itself is very collaborative, very encouraging. Everybody, promotes everybody else, and I've really enjoyed that. I've really had a great time getting to know all these folks and being a part of this wonderful little group of Dinkum players. And they've answered my questions and they've helped me out figure some of this stuff, that's a little more complicated that my brain can't seem to handle. I hope this inspires you guys to do something similar on your island. If this is too much for you, if this is too complicated, if this is too involved, I definitely have some builds coming, some future videos that will be on some smaller, simpler things. So if this is not your speed, this is too much for you, I've got some simpler things coming, and they will be hopefully appeal to, a wide group of people, people who like all the very elaborate builds, but then some that just want the simplicity. Oh no! I caught that tragic death on camera. Don't you just love these little quirks? I love it. How the rotor doesn't cut her head off, I don't know. It's a fun little detail. So now we're going to take a little aerial tour of the island. Or the hotel resort, not the island. I mean, it's kind of on an island by itself. You guys know what I mean. I don't know. I got to pat myself on the back every time I see it. This is just amazing. It turned out so well, even more than my imagination allowed for when I first started thinking about building this project. It's just, I don't know. I've just got a huge smile on my face watching this playback. When I watched Jersey Games' showcase video that he did a couple weeks ago, which, by the way, go follow Jersey on YouTube. Great content creator for Dinkum stuff. As I watched him talk about what he enjoyed about the build and, things that he saw from his perspective that I hadn't even considered, I just was like, this is amazing. I love it. And I just had a big old smile on my face the whole time. We'll get an aerial view of the diving adventure. It's not very deep. Again, I've got to go back in and dig this out at some point. But there's so many projects and so little time, guys. I had to come back here and show the backside of this waterfall. Adding the water boxes to the game, being able to create waterfalls, it just really elevated the game and the landscaping you could do, the terraforming you could do. I cannot get over how amazing so many of these little details are. One last flyby, guys. Sunset. Aerial tour at sunset. I know, I probably could have cut some of this stuff out. I'm a little bit like Narcissus staring at his reflection in the water when I look at this build. What can I say? I don't know what to tell you. I'm just extremely happy with how this came out. And I'm so glad that you guys got to come on this journey with us and see how it all played out. The good, the bad, the ugly, nope, that was a bad idea, let's do something else. And, even knowing that there's some future things that we can edit and change, just makes it fun for me in the end. And I'm really excited to see what comes next. And I'm really excited to have you guys all here watching along. If you want to stay up to date on all the different videos that are coming out on the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit me up in Discord. I make announcements in there whenever a video is about to come out. So yeah, come join us. Come join all the fun. I need to learn how to drive this thing a little bit better. I am sort of all over the place, aren't I? I'll have to post a picture of the real life inspiration, and you guys can tell me if we captured the look of that building fairly accurately. That would be a fun picture to put in Discord and in the community channel here on YouTube. Just trying to get that money shot with the sunset in the background. I mean, look at that. So great. So amazing. I feel a little bit egotistical right now. Yeah, I think we did a great job. And again, I hope that this inspires other people to do something similar. Maybe not on this big of a scale. Maybe you want to scale it down. I would love to see the things that you work on, the things that you do, and all the creations that you make. If you want to copy it stone for stone, I say go right ahead. I don't get offended by anything like that. Some of my ideas aren't original. I copy other people. That's just how this whole business works. So yeah. I'd stay here, wouldn't you? Should have time-lapsed this a little better. I was wanting you guys to see it at all the different stages of the day, because it definitely does look different in midday versus sunset versus evening, nighttime. So if it looks repetitive, there was a little bit of a method to the madness. Not much, but a little bit. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this build, guys. Thank you so much for being on this journey with us. We appreciate you. And as always, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.